Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of the Desert Tiger Podcast. And I'd like to take a chance to thank everyone who listened to episode 1 and the introductory episode 0 of the podcast, which has been starting out pretty good so far, so I hope you stick with us. Today on the show, we have Philadelphia hardcore band Jesus Piece, who are very energetic, very passionate, and have a massive stage presence. Today we are going to talk to them about the tour that they were on a week ago when we spoke to them, their current tour with Comeback Kid that they are on in the United States, and their recent trip to Europe. Before we get to them, we are going to talk to you about a few other things. We're going to get to you about Hell in a Cell, which recently happened on the WWE Network, as well as pay-per-view this past Sunday. My match of the night goes to The New Day versus the Usos, who had a very good story to tell and had the Usos pushing the New Day quite far and into less of a comic act into being a lot more serious and a lot more driven, which I enjoyed a lot. It had a very good story to tell once again, and I feel like they really stole the show right off the bat. It was very hard to miss. Some of the other matches I enjoyed were the Natalya Neidhart versus Charlotte Flair match. It also had a very good story to tell between the two of them in a story of generations and families, and the constant battle that has been between them over the years. The other match I enjoyed from the night was the Shane O'Mac versus Kevin Owens match, which was also inside of a cell. It had quite a few high spots. When they were on top of the cage, I gotta say, like, my heart was stopping quite a few times whenever they would slam into it, because that cage is 20 feet tall. And of course, you know, your boy Shane O'Mac had to jump off of it, because he's crazy and loves jumping off 20-foot objects onto tables and whatever you have for him to jump into, because Shane loves doing that. But the huge heel turn from Sami Zayn out of the crowd, coming out of nowhere to pull Kevin Owens out of the way and put Kevin Owens on top of him for the pin so that he could get the win, was pretty big. Today on the show, in the middle of the show, we're going to review the new game that's come out for Xbox One and PC, Cuphead. Cuphead is pretty fantastic, but we're going to let you know a little bit more about that later on when I review it. Now we're going to get to our song of the day. If you want to apply to be the song of the day for shows in which we do not have musical guests on the show, you can do so by emailing desert.tiger.podcast@gmail.com with a small description of your band and a link to your song. If I enjoy your song, you may be the future song of the day. Once again, that is desert.tiger.podcast@gmail.com. Today's song of the day comes to us from our guest of the show, Jesus Piece. The song of the day is Greed. So, without wasting any more of your time, we're going to get into the very metal vocally, hardcore instrumentally, Greed from Jesus Piece. Alright, that was Greed from Jesus Piece. It was pretty fantastic and likes to tackle the topics of the greed of the American way, not only the American way, I guess, but the first world way, because in what way should anyone be a first world when we are one world? Without wasting any more time talking, though, we're going to get into our interview with Jesus Piece, which was actually our first interview. So a huge shout out to Jesus Piece for being cool enough for letting me do this. Right, we're here with Philadelphia, Pennsylvania's Jesus Piece. If we can go around the vehicle here, the mobile studio, and introduce ourselves, please. And what you play?
My name is Aaron Hurd. I do vocals for the band.
My name's Lewis. I play drums.
My name's John. I play guitar.
And my name's Dave, and I like to party.
Nice. Well, can only have one guy that parties, right? Yeah. Only one person's allowed. Nice.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Alright, how long have you guys been a band for?
2 years.
Nice. So you guys have 2 releases under your belt so far?
3.
3 releases under your belt so far. Okay. And what are those called?
We have an EP and 2 tapes. One's a summer tape, and one's a split release with a band called Mouse at the Palace. Shout out Pensacola.
Okay, sweet. You guys are currently on a Canadian tour right now. How many dates is that?
Just 3. This being the second date.
Okay.
Yeah,
where else are you guys hitting?
It's not necessarily a Canadian tour.
Okay.
But we're hitting 3 dates in Canada specifically to lead us to a bigger, longer tour, with Comeback Kid and Burn.
Yeah, you guys are doing the States with them, am I correct?
Yeah,
sir.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. How many shows are you doing with Comeback Kid?
Like 22.
2.5 weeks, something like that.
Okay, how excited are you guys to be touring with one of the legendary bands of hardcore?
I'm stoked, man.
Psyched.
Yeah, I'm pretty
It's one
excited
of the
to
first
meet
bands
them.
I ever got into.
Yeah, no doubt there are awesome guys. I'm actually going to have them on the show in about a month or so.
Cool.
They're Canadian band, aren't they?
Yeah, they're actually, 2 of them are from Winnipeg, 2 of them are from Vancouver, and 1 of them's in Toronto.
Very nice.
So, yeah, so they're all over the place. How many shows are you guys doing with them again?
Like 23 or something.
23? That's pretty wicked.
20. I don't know.
Pretty husky.
Awesome. I see you guys also just did Europe, which is pretty damn exciting.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, well, what are some of your favorite places to have played in Europe? And who did you guys do that with?
We did it alone, actually. We went over alone. We wanted our first time to be alone. We did it kind of short, I don't want to say short term, but like we got on a bunch of fests.
Okay,
That
so
way,
like just sort of a festival run then?
It wasn't planned that way, but, it just worked out that way, which was like really, really beneficial for us.
Well, that's always awesome, right? Kind of like a sore dick, you just can't beat it.
Yeah.
Sure. But my favorite place to play were like Germany, because like their venues are all super nice and they treat us really, really nice. But like Eastern Europe is like super gnarly.
That's deadly.
Sick.
You guys get
Sick.
pretty good feedback out there?
Sick.
Yeah, the reception was really good over in Europe,
Yeah.
surprisingly.
Ypres was kick ass.
Ypres was incredible.
Yeah.
I almost fell numerous times on stage, though.
I've fucking done that before.
We played this thing called Punk Rock Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
And someone actually came up to me who ran the fest and was like, we don't even know how you guys got on this fest, but somebody must have really liked you guys. Which, whoever that was, thank you for putting us on. But anyway, it was like a Metallica-sized stage.
Oh, shit, really?
and there was a bunch of people who were just like walking up, never heard of us before. They were just like, yeah! It was Eastern Europe, so.
Slovenia?
Yeah,
Slovenia
Slovenia.
in the mountains.
In the
nice.
literally in the mountains.
Festival right in the middle of the
It
mountains.
was amazing.
It seemed like this whole town was kind of a part of the festival.
Yeah.
It was really crazy.
That's kind of wicked, just sort of set it right in the middle of everything.
I feel like my favorite part of Europe, we didn't even play, but was Amsterdam. I loved Amsterdam.
Visiting
You
there
guys
was cool.
stayed there for a little while? Or?
Just a day.
Just a
One
day.
day.
Nice.
All we really needed.
Yeah.
So,
Exciting day for sure.
so you guys partake in the Amsterdam culture, or?
I did, yeah.
I observed it.
Cool weed. Big fan.
That's always good. Gotta stay medicated, right?
Very
Gotta
much
stay
so.
level-headed.
I would test for that one, for sure.
So it's good.
Yeah, Amsterdam was great. I think my personal favorite might have been the south of France.
Yeah.
On my side. Just because, like, the beaches were beautiful. The people were beautiful. You know, the climate was beautiful.
No doubt.
Everything
So,
about it was a good time.
did you guys have much of a language barrier out there, or
Actually, no.
Not too much.
like people
Everyone
were
spoke
very
English
nice
for the
about
most
it?
part.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the normal people were like, I mean, the biggest language barrier was finding like food and like places because you can't read anything.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only time, but otherwise, everybody in Europe is like more advanced than us. They all can speak English, and we only could speak English.
Like, yeah, it's like even in Canada, we call ourselves bilingual, and like most of us fucking don't even care about the French.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you speak French?
I can speak a little bit of French. I can't speak that much. I can do like the bonjours and all
Comment
that.
ça va?
I don't do that much French.
And then,
Ça va. I'm actually just starting to learn it right now.
Word.
I stopped learning it in like grade 9 because I was a problem student, and they wouldn't let me take French because they felt I had to work on shit instead. So,
Math.
yeah. So, what brought you guys together?
I don't know.
We were friends, me and Dave and John, and Aaron knew Dave, and we knew Ant, and we all wanted to start a band. I've never been in a heavy band before, personally.
Yeah. So, like, you played different types of music then?
Yeah, I was more into like punk bands and stuff. So Dave was like, we should start a heavy band. I have a singer who's really good. He wants to be in a band. And then Anthony kind of was just like, I'm being in your band, Delco style. And
Sort of put
literally
his
just-
foot in the door and forced his way through.
I guess. I mean, yeah. I know him. I've known him.
Known him for a while.
Yeah, we've known him for a while.
That's always good.
But
Gotta
yeah,
have
it
a
was
good
just
time.
we're just
friends, just wanted to start a band. It
honestly.
wasn't
Nothing
like that.
special. Just
It wasn't like, let's start a band to do this or this. It was just like,
no plans.
Just
yeah.
started a band and ended up taking off, sort of thing.
Yeah,
I guess.
That's always
Yeah.
good.
kind of the, I guess, cliche story about it.
Hey, no worries about that. What are you guys' plans for the future?
Probably take over the world or whatever.
Oh, that's always the number one plan.
Play Antarctica.
Got any like releases on there? Like,
We're
What-
writing for an LP right now.
oh yeah, are you
Yeah,
guys gonna record
Southern
that
Records.
after come back into tour or?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll record that sometime after, and then it should be out early next year.
Okay, and who's that gonna be on?
Southern Lord Records.
On Slumlord Records?
No, Southern Lord Records.
Southern Lord Records.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, we'll have to keep an eye out for that for sure.
Please do.
Definitely will. What are some of your interests outside of music? Like I saw one of you had a book earlier and was reading.
I like to read a lot. It's just a book on philosophy and spirituality. That's all.
Oh, no way, really? I'm really into that sort of stuff. What kind of book? What book was it?
We could talk about it off topic.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, me and you personally. We'll
Doesn't
talk
matter. Who are some of your favorite authors then?
about it. Prabhupada. That's it.
You're reading a book now, John.
What are
Are
you
you?
reading?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
What book?
We get too far.
John just woke up.
What book are you reading, bro?
It's called The Devil in the White City.
What's it
Really?
about?
Yeah, it's about like a serial killer. It takes place at like Chicago World's Fair.
Nice.
See, that's sick. Cause like every Thursday we do like a book rating segment. So
Nice.
yeah, really into books here.
Yeah.
So
It's awesome.
fuck yeah, I might have to check out some shit.
Yeah, you should.
It's right there.
I like to skateboard.
You like to skate?
I love
Yeah,
skateboarding.
we love skateboarding.
Fucking right. Nice.
I love playing Street Fighter with my friends.
Awesome.
by
What do you
myself.
play on?
Usually PS4.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
Recently sold a system though, so I could focus more on life and doing productive things.
Focus more on the touring and affording the touring type thing.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
You're a bit harder than you thought.
Yeah. That I mean, skateboarding, art for the most part, in
That's
like
awesome.
the broadest sense, and just
So like, what type of art would you say? Like,
pixel art specifically,
okay.
like 8-bit art and things like that.
Really nice. So like, you're really into like old school video games type thing, or you just like
No, I
8-bit
just-
art is
Anything
like
I
in
want to
general?
draw, but just 8-bit.
You just
His
draw
style.
things in 8-bit, really?
Man.
That's pretty wicked.
It's a good time.
How'd you get into that?
It's oddly therapeutic for me. Like, it sounds
Yeah.
kind of dumb, but when I was younger, I would draw on MS Paint.
Yeah, no
but,
doubt.
Like, really zoomed in, and I would just kind of
Yeah, and that was very
but,
pixelated, right?
Yeah, very. But nowadays, I just use Photoshop, and I zoom in really far and just kind of tear it up. Do like landscapes, or I'll do like small avatars of people, or like I just want Trump in front of like the Brennan State Capitol building.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty fucking
Great time.
badass. Where can I? You got that posted anywhere?
I'll pull
Or?
that shit up for you real fast, man.
Yeah, man. Give yourself a shout out.
Strike 4. What
Strike
up?
4.
Strike 4.
I like being straight edge. I like reading books, skateboarding. I'm a bike courier in Philadelphia. Shouts out Sparrow Cycling. I like eating vegan food.
Alright, so strike4_ on Instagram if you want to see some awesome pixel art for the masses.
1 second.
It's loading for us right now,
Yeah,
but
Canada got my phone fucked up. It is what it is.
yeah, we'll do that.
There you go. Soon.
Oh, alright, there we
Now we're
go.
going.
There we
Alright,
go.
So, that's some dope shit. That's my friend Ty.
That's some dope shit
That's me
right
playing
there.
the bass.
That's sick.
That's some bondage shit.
Awesome.
That's that Trump shit from the...
That is fucking wicked.
As a demon, because I fucking hate him.
So you're pretty into politics then, or
Yeah, you could say that.
kind of against the alt-right, anti
Yeah, I mean, I kind of
other races movement?
They're
I mean,
pretty against me as a person. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
can
saying?
understand
So
that.
That's
I'm,
my war, my personal war. You know.
yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that people got to be very negative and think that having only one race in one region is going to make something more successful when in reality the country was built on diversity in the first place.
And genocide or whatever. But
Well, yeah, genocide of millions upon millions of people, biggest genocide ever, but
Yeah. Essentially.
But yeah, that's my war, man. I gotta deal with that kind of people.
shit, so do you like protest a lot, or?
I try not to, more
like
so
we do.
because I get kind of barbaric in times.
So I try not to get angry.
Yeah, I feel as though, I mean, like, I don't mind protesting, but I'm not exactly the most peaceful person at all times, so I try to keep myself out of situations where I could make shit worse for everyone around me.
Yeah, no doubt, because if you escalate things, they're going to play the victim, and
Exactly.
they're going to try and make the most out of it, and they're going to cry, and they like to use the term snowflake, even though the
However.
majority of them
Well,
are.
Like, I speak for myself on that when I say that I don't go out a lot of the times, but
Oh, that's
that
okay, I
Lou and
mean,
Dave are protesters as well.
I don't protest much either, but I got mad respect for the people who are willing to do it. I mean,
Sure.
I know Jeremy Hebert from Comeback Kid used to be in the Green Party here in Canada, and he protests a lot, so
That's what's up. Shout out to him.
that's it. Is like, I know he's up against these alt-right motherfuckers right now.
Yeah. I mean,
They're trying to work their way into Canada and not very fond of it.
beat him out. Fuck it.
Hopefully we can. We're hoping to stop it before it starts.
Those fools will die off.
I'm sure they will. That's it. It's just idiocracy repeating itself. It'll eventually go with Darwinism and can't go to their terms. What are some of your interests?
Me?
Yeah.
Man, I'm pretty dry.
He's a fucking DJ, man. He's trying to be nice about it.
he makes house music at home.
Really?
Yeah, he's very good at it.
So what's your house music handle?
I'm still not there yet. I'm still just kind of like
So
figuring
you're
it all
still
out.
building it up?
Yeah, I haven't really said anything like that. I'm just like kind of learning it, do that.
No
And
way.
like I fuck around with like politics and like I don't know. I just like I keep to myself. I don't know how to explain it. I like history and politics and I guess like learning. If
So
that
the
makes any
history of
sense.
politics then? Like,
No,
and just
history
researching?
history and politics. And stuff
Okay.
Like that.
So like just doing research and whatnot. And
Yeah, like I said, I'm a dry dude.
Oh, that's
I like sitting in
admirable.
bed and watching documentaries and
Hey man, knowledge is
and
power,
stuff.
right?
So yeah.
That's good. Any good documentaries you've watched lately?
Probably the last one. That was pretty depressing. It was called what was it? What the Health? Is that
Yeah.
what it's called?
What the health?
Yeah.
What's that about?
It's just about like veganism and like how the food industry is like pretty much destroying
The
people's
earth.
bodies.
Okay, are some of
No,
you
well,
guys
there's-
vegan or?
Yes.
Yeah. Me and Lewis are.
Okay, so how hard is it being vegan on the road?
It's easy.
It's really easy.
Really easy,
It's
right?
easy.
It depends on your morale.
It's hard
honestly.
in Europe.
Okay.
It's hard if you think it's hard, but it's just it's hard on your morale and it's hard in your mind. But
So do you just take a lot of food with you on the road, or
We
do
go to
you
lot-
eat out a lot?
We go to a lot of grocery stores, but honestly, on the road, most of the time you're going out to eat. So that when we go to restaurants and you see everyone eating, font like really nicely, you just like that's when your morale starts kicking. And you're like, fuck, like I want to eat nicely too, and this sucks. Like I can't eat anything. But you got to keep your head straight and realize.
So it's pretty hard to keep a diet sometimes.
No,
but
for me it's not. No, you just. Maybe.
What do
at
you
first,
eat on the road?
A lot of fruits. Well, lately I've been trying not to eat any junk. So,
Which is good.
A lot of fruit, vegetables. I bought a bag of spinach the other day and ate like 2 things of it because it was so good.
2 leaves.
A lot of peanut butter. But honestly, we stopped at the band's like really nice, and we take Aaron to eat what he wants to eat, and me and Dave will eat what we want to eat. Sometimes we'll go to like a lot of
Okay, so you guys are very compromising.
Yeah.
We went to like an Indian spot today.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Vegan stuff.
Nice. That's always nice. Freaking good food in Indian places.
Yeah.
It's the shit. Samosas rock.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Right.
I'm saying samosas in general.
Yeah,
I'll
samosas
back
are
that. Samosas go in.
Samosas are good shit for sure. We got an Ethiopian restaurant in town here that makes some pretty awesome ones.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I've ever had Ethiopian food.
Fuck yeah, shit's good. Alright, it's been a pretty fun interview so far. A little laid back. Sorry for all the swearing that's been going on so far in the show, but these things happen. We are going to take a bit of a break from our interview with Jesus Piece, but we're going to get back to them and ask them about their influences from music and otherwise, or lack thereof for some of their members, what they like to watch and what some of their other interests outside of music are, and they even ask me a couple questions. But before we get to that, we're going to get to our review of the week, and this week we're deciding to review Cuphead. Don't Deal with the Devil from Studio MDHR Entertainment. Cuphead is a run-and-gun platformer game, which is mostly single-player or multiplayer if you have a controller. That's right, no online multiplayer yet, but it is going to come. Cuphead released on September 29th, 2017, and is for both the PC and the Xbox One. Cuphead kind of goes around the deal with a devil where Cuphead and his brother Mugman, who are 2 fun-loving kids, under the watchful eye of the Elder Kettle. Against the Elder Kettle's warnings, the brothers wander into the Devil's Casino, run by King Dice, where they go on a winning streak. King Dice calls upon the devil himself, who makes a deal with the 2 young gentlemen for their souls, and they end up rolling a snake eyes. This is when Cuphead and Mugman must go on a journey to repay the devil by claiming souls for him from other debtors. You mostly play as Cuphead, and your friend plays as Mugman. Like I said, online multiplayer is not available yet, so that kind of takes away from the game and its capabilities. Once online multiplayer is brought in, it's going to add a lot to the game and it's going to make it a lot more fun. But right now, if you do have a friend that you can invite over and have an extra controller, it's a blast. This game is super fun, and I'm going to let you know right now that it is very difficult. You are going to fail. You are going to fail a lot. But just like Dark Souls, it's kind of rewarding in how once you actually catch on to the boss's rhythms and what the layout of the level is, it's like Dark Souls in a way where it's very difficult but super rewarding once you beat the boss. And the run and gun missions are very Mario on steroids-esque, where you have a lot of things being thrown at you. And it is very fun, but very challenging, even on the simple difficulty. I give Cuphead a 4 out of 5 stars, I would have to say, but it gets a easy 4.5 once they add multiplayer. It reminds me a lot of, what was that one game that came out that was from Newgrounds? Castle Crashers, in a way almost, in the run and gun aspect, but it's not quite fully that. It's a very fun game, and if you have Steam on the PC or you have an Xbox One, it's a very good game to check out for its low price of $21.99. it was completely hand-drawn in the style of old-school cartoons, and the music was even made in the style of the old-school cartoons as well. So a lot of time went into this game, and it's a lot to appreciate and a lot to watch. So without wasting any further time, we're going to get back into our interview with Jesus Piece from Philadelphia. Whoop, whoop, Philadelphia hardcore.
Yeah. So what about you? What do you like doing in Regina?
What do I like doing?
Yeah.
I was a musician before I broke my wrist recently, and that's why I started doing this.
Okay.
Yeah, I was riding a pedal bike, and I got caught off by a car and ended up going to ass over tea kettle. Ended up sticking out my hands. Fucking back of the bike, fucking going forward and shooting over the handlebars. So I had to stick my hands out because I wasn't wearing a helmet, and kind of got pretty fucked up. Yeah. Ended up snapping my wrist pretty badly and tried pushing it back into place, which was a terrible idea.
Well, you got health insurance, so.
Yeah, luckily I had 4 days in the hospital and got surgery, and it was all free. So.
Really get the flash on. Bro, you turn it off.
Yeah, I can get a picture with you guys when you're done too.
What do you do in Regina, dude? Are you from here?
Yeah, I was born here. I was raised on a farm outside of Regina.
Well, that's nice.
Shit.
Yeah. It's actually,
did you take care of a lot of animals?
Horses, cows, fucking chickens, turkeys.
Closer to Saskatoon?
Are you vegan?
North of here.
North of here.
Not vegan, like, entirely. I just don't really, like, eat red meat right now. I've kind of been, like, working on it.
That's good.
Like, I eat a lot of salads, and, like, I don't eat too much like meat, but I do okay. So just, like,
what matters is doing the best you can.
Exactly. Like, I wasn't really vegan when I was on the road, like, touring or whatnot, but
yeah,
that's it. Is like, because I found that problem hard a lot, like trying to find vegan friendly options in a lot of places that my band liked eating, because they're kind of very particular about where they eat.
Sure.
McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's.
No, they like restaurants, but they love their burgers.
4 for 4 at Wendy's.
4 for 4 at Wendy's, keeping touring bands alive.
Shout out to lettuce.
Extra lettuce.
Shout out to 2 pieces of spinach for keeping people sustained.
I got chips and salsa.
Shouts out to palatable food.
Shouts out to chips and salsa.
Shout out
Peanut butter and jelly, Uncrustables.
Uncrustables are pretty good.
Who are some of your influences?
And as a band?
As a band and individually in music and outside of music.
In music, for me, for drumming, I listen to a lot of like indigenous music, so I just like drum playing. But honestly, I don't really care about like professional drummers or anything. Most of the time, my favorite drummers are like
follow or.
Not really, no. When I was younger, I really liked Joey Jordison from Slipknot.
Okay.
So, I mean, he probably influenced me a lot. I started playing drums because of System of a Down.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, I thought they were so cool.
They've got a lot of tight beats, so.
Yeah, he also is, like, really into indigenous stuff, so
nice.
out to him. But most of the time, like, I just like watching, like, my friends play.
It's actually kind of why I like fucking hardcore drums, because it kind of has, like, that rhythm of the indigenous feel in it, and that's, like, you got the circle dance to it. It just feels natural.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
At home, I play this thing called Merdunga a lot, and we have a fast beat, and it's the same thing as a punk beat, which is pretty fun, because it's an ancient drum.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I like watching Keith Goldoni drum. I like watching Jared Stimple drum. Those are my 2 favorite people to watch play.
Okay, who influences you as
Tyler
a person?
Mullen. What?
Who influences you as a person?
A lot of people. My friends in this band, they influence me to the way I live. Prabhupada, Haridas Vadas. I don't know. My parents, I guess. I don't really talk to them, but I don't know. Mad depressing. Sorry.
No worries, man. I got my issues. Mine too.
But honestly, just like the devotees and my friends and Jesus Piece, that's it.
Nice. Jesus Piece holds together pretty tight.
Sure, you can say that.
Right. Who are some of your influences and...
In my craft?
Yes.
With the things that I do. To be honest, man, I don't really have many influences. I kind of try to just lead my own life as much as possible.
Try and be your own mentor.
Yeah.
That's pretty wicked.
I mean, I'm always open for advice from older people and people who have experienced more than me, but for the most part, man, this is my story in the most cliche way possible. You know?
No problems with being a little cliche.
What about you, John?
Musical influences.
Musical and life.
Wait, you didn't
Just
go.
anyone.
No musical or life? Or was that a joint question?
He just said that he just does his own thing.
Huh. Damn.
Yeah, Converge has inspired me a lot.
Very good band.
Balu, Aaron Turner. Those are the dudes.
Nice.
That's about it.
Nice. Sweet.
Kirk Hammett.
Kirk Hammett is always wicked.
What about life, John?
Life?
Yeah.
Everyone that I've ever come in contact with.
Everyone who has ever
changed my
influenced
life,
who have you become, right?
What about you,
Small
Dave?
way. Even you.
Fucking right. Even the Desert Tiger podcast. Goddamn. Changing lives. How about yourself?
Musically, I picked up a guitar because of Kurt Cobain, Nirvana, the best band of all time.
Fucking right. Have Bleach on vinyl.
What?
Have Bleach on vinyl, so I can attest to that.
Yeah, best band. I mean, musically though, I mean, just anywhere from Suffocation to Old Marauder, and everything in between, stuff like that, and with other kinds of music. It's like I said, with them too. It's like I don't really look up to certain
Stop shaking your
people.
leg.
What's up?
Stop shaking your leg. It's mad loud.
As far as like I said, not individuals and stuff like that. I like the bands I like, but and then the same thing with life. I mean, Jesus Peace, my close friends, my mom, my dad, for sure. Everyone that's come in contact with me. I don't really. Is it dark to say I don't have any heroes that we don't have?
No. It's not dark.
Is it a dark thing to say?
Jesus Peace has no heroes. Death to them all.
Wow.
Hey man, you guys wanted to go dark. We want dark. Let's kill our heroes right now.
I don't have any.
Burn our idols.
You guys watch a lot of TVs or movies?
No.
More into the books.
Yeah. Shouts out to Kung Pao.
Kung Pao.
Honestly,
You watch
I watch
Crank today?
I watch a lot of movies and TV shows for sure.
Yeah, so do I.
Nice. What do you like watching?
I like watching movies where people just kick the shit out of each other for an hour and a half.
A lot of action, a lot of kung fu type shit.
Yeah, I love kung fu movies.
Nice
I
old
love-
school type shit.
Yeah, a lot of Bruce Lee films, old Jackie Chan shit.
It's always good times.
Yeah, it's a great time.
Gotta love that.
Oh shit, sorry.
I'm sorry, I like romantic comedies a lot. I
You're into the
Judd
rom-com.
Apatow movies in general. They go in pretty hard.
They always like to try and pluck the heartstrings at the end.
Yeah, and honestly, mostly just comedy in general. Anything to make me laugh.
Nice. Seen
Shit
anything
keeps me
lately that's good?
Anything I've seen comedy-wise?
Anything
To be
wise?
honest, the last movie I watched in theaters that made me laugh hard as shit was It.
What?
Yeah, I laughed so hard at that movie.
It, the new comedy movie from
No.
Stephen King.
No, it's a horror movie, of course, but the comedy aspect of it between the little kids are so funny. Like the kids from Stranger Things,
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's
awesome.
true.
Yeah.
Those kids are
Really
so
fucking funny.
Yeah, I heard they pulled off their parts pretty good for that.
Very well.
Yeah,
Have you seen
I
it
forgot.
yourself?
I have not seen it yet. I'm hoping to actually really soon.
Do yourself a favor and go see it, but also remember that shit's over 2 hours long.
Damn.
I still
It's a lot of
watched
clown.
it and I almost fell asleep numerous times.
It's a lot of clown. How does he hold up to the series?
To be
Back
honest,
in the
I've
day.
never seen this series.
Okay.
I seen the first movie when I was a kid and it scared the fucking daylights out of me.
Yeah.
And then I was afraid of clowns for a year and I got over that shit really fast. But aside from that was the last time I watched it as a child. So seeing the new one was kind of rewatching the whole thing and watching it for the first time, I guess, kind of. That's it, though.
Gave you a different perspective of it this time.
I don't even remember the old one too much, to be honest. So
Fair enough. You're a little bit of a kid, so.
whole kid.
A whole kid, not a little bit of a kid. Whole child right here.
I watched this movie.
Ain't no goddamn fractions.
I recently found this movie called Baraka. It's pretty good. We
Baraka.
were watching it in the Midwest somewhere 2 days ago, while waiting for the show to start.
What's that one about?
It's about the essence of life. That's literally it.
Really?
It's just a silent documentary. Yeah. And then otherwise, I don't really watch TV at all. And sometimes I'll watch lectures on YouTube and stuff. But otherwise, I don't really watch TV.
Sweet. What about you other two?
Like I said, I watched a lot of documentaries. As far as other stuff, I like Curb Your Enthusiasm. like Arrested Development,
Mm-hmm.
kind of dry stuff,
Okay.
dry humor. But yeah, documentaries. I really fuck with. What was the one movie I saw recently? That was sick. Oblivion with Tom Cruise.
Okay.
Sci-fi. Sci-fi's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's
sure.
the one where he's like in space or whatnot.
No,
What is
he's
that?
on
God, Prometheus was an amazing movie.
Prometheus.
Yeah, he made me watch that.
Interstellar.
In Interstellar, he made me watch that too.
I need to watch that one still.
Interstellar.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Is that on Netflix?
No.
Wait, I didn't watch
Shit,
Interstellar.
I can
watched
get it from the
Prometheus.
library.
You watched Interstellar? That was one with where they went to the black hole.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I've seen.
Is which one?
He told me to watch
Interstellar.
Interstellar. That's the
Okay.
one I watched.
Nice, I'll have to check it out.
Just watched Watchmen again recently. That was
Nice, love that movie.
sick movie.
Yeah.
What are you, John?
I just finished the 7th episode of Game of Thrones.
Nice, I'm
Best
actually
show in
just
the world.
starting the series.
Best fucking show.
Westworld.
Really, is it?
Yeah, straight up. I think that's one of the best series I've ever watched in my time.
I'm actually probably gonna start watching that on Friday, to be honest.
Westworld is incredible too.
Westworld, what's that about?
Westworld is basically like a virtual, not virtual, but it's like a physical world that you can go to on like a vacation type deal.
Mm-hmm.
Where they put you in like this wild west situation, but you could kill, fuck, fight, anything you want, but you can't die.
Huh.
You have like a certain time limit of going there, but shit gets really, really screwy because the animatronic people, like the androids that are there that live in this world, they start, kind of becoming conscious and realize that they're kind of getting fucked over here, and it's like getting killed over and over and over again and being brought in.
Huh.
And they kind of just fight for themselves after a bit. It gets really crazy. You just watch
Holy
it.
crap. Might have to
HBO,
check
man.
that out. HBO on for that one too.
Yeah, bangers after bangers. Shout out to HBO.
Shout out to HBO, making
Where
good
my check
shows.
Endorsements.
Look, yeah, are you guys big sports fans at all, or?
Nah.
Nah, because I saw you guys had like Philadelphia 76ers style
I mean,
flag
we
going.
just
I
like
love the
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia Flyers.
Yeah, the Flyers are cool.
The
lot.
I
Flyers
just like watching hockey. I don't know. If they lose or win, I don't care.
just don't really have a care for who's the team. You just like watching
No, I mean,
the
I like the
sport.
Philadelphia Flyers because I like Philadelphia. That's where I live. But
Okay.
Otherwise, like, I'm not like a sports head. I just really enjoy watching hockey live.
It's a very talented sport. I mean,
Sure.
fucking going fast on skates is
Yeah, I
hard.
just like the people who go gnarly and just going fast as hell and just
Hell yeah,
like
deacon people and
fast-paced, yeah.
What's the biggest sports fan in our band is our bass player who's not with us right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not with us on this earth anymore. I'm just kidding. He's,
oh shit.
he's actually he's running merch right now.
Oh okay, yeah.
I'm a Cleveland
That's good.
sports fan, but I'm not like I don't follow it super hard. But it's just
So like just the Cavaliers or the Browns as well.
Browns, Cavaliers, Indians.
Okay, nice.
It's all of them.
The underdogs.
Next question.
No
What?
worries, fuck. Shit, I don't know if I have any more questions
Wow.
to be honest.
Blue Zealand shit.
Sports is
Do you
the
guys
last
have anything else that you guys want to get across?
I don't know.
Philadelphia hardcore.
Yeah, shout out to Philadelphia Hardcore. Listen to Year of the Knife.
You're the Knife. Shout out to them.
Yeah, no, up and coming.
Might message them for a song of the day in the future.
You should.
This
All right.
100%.
Fucking rights. Might
Shouts
have to.
out.
Hell to pay.
Shout out to Hell to Pay. Great band. Listen to them.
Awesome. Where can we find you guys?
In Philadelphia.
Us?
Yeah.
Well, besides like, what's your social media tags and all
Oh.
that bullshit?
I'm at Yosop Aaron Hurd on everything. Ever.
On probablypodbooks.com.
You guys got any social media or no?
Lemonparty.org.
Okay.
This is my full name.
I'm
On everything.
GoVegan.gov.
Meatspin.com.
None of us are on the internet. You could follow us at Jesus Peace HC on everything. That's
All right,
that's where
Jesus
you can
Peace
find our life.
HC. Fucking thank you to the Jesus Peace Boys.
Jeez,
Motherfucker.
boys.
All right, I want to give a huge shout out to Aaron, Lewis, John, and Dave from Jesus Peace for joining us here on the podcast. I also want to give a big shout out to Anthony for holding down the merch booth while we got this knocked out of the park. I want to thank you, the listener, big whoop whoop to you, for tuning in to what is our first bonus episode of the Desert Tiger podcast. You can catch the Desert Tiger podcast every Thursday and sometimes on Tuesdays for bonus content episodes like today on iTunes, Google Music, and the Stitcher app. If you liked what you heard today, please feel free to subscribe and rate the show. Until Thursday, I've been your host, Colton Geschwantner, and whoop whoop!